I tried buying some Zoom. I kept it. It didn't do much. I might just blow it out in the open. I hate being long. I was watching Bloomberg Asia last night. That's what I do for fun. There's a business channel with, the China markets opening, and it's actually a very good channel. Very good news, very substantive, and then they've got the futures markets going. And at some point, the Dow was up 90, and then right before I went to bed, it was down 90. So, it's, I don't know. I never feel good about being long. But I don't know. We just may have just a bit of a little thing here. I don't know. Again, it's probably just best to wait and prepare your mind for the next leg lower. Because I think that if I get long all these things, then, I've got to shift from being long to then go short. And, look, at all times you need to be objective. So there's kind of a weird trend line here. There's a trend line that comes in right here. So we're up against this kind of short-term trend line. So we're in this area where, we are pretty cramped. I do not see this as a sustainable, remember when it gapped last week and I was saying, just didn't feel good about that. So I don't feel like this should, is going to be very sustainable. So it's just kind of tough in here. You've kind of got this support, you bumped up against the support line. And now, again, you got this kind of other line coming in here. So somewhat arbitrary in this area. Just you've got, a resistance area, you've got a support area, you're right in between. And, it can continue to bang both sides of this for a little bit. I think middle of July, you have a CPI number. That's going to be important. Then you start getting late July, some earnings, Apple's, et cetera. That's going to, I think, be the real catalyst. So I just don't know how much work it needs to do to kind of build away from this to then really have room. So I don't know, you're just on spilkers all the time. And so from an index standpoint, let me just kind of look at some other things. This is the IGV, and on one hand, you caught a bit of a bottom. But, if it fails before the neckline, then, you're going to fail right here. So this is the IGV. To me, is hugely bearish. Got this kind of head and shoulders here. And then to me, I'm looking at it in a much bigger context and saying, this is the big boy. And so we're literally just hanging around here, probably doesn't get up here. So, what are we, 283, and that's 315. So, you could just continue to just do kind of nothing in here or just start dripping away. So, on balance, I am always a nervous long and probably just need to bang out of these Zooms. I just probably just should shift into being somewhat of an observer, or start getting short Tesla in here again. So we're just going to get into a crowded area. So this is the technology ETF. It's a proxy for all of the things. So, it looks like a bottom, but, this did too. And I don't expect this to kind of go very far. So yeah, if this starts failing and starts looking like this today, then, it's going to start. I just don't know when the starting gun is going to fire, but when it does, it's, going to start coming off with this is the S&P. And again, what are we, 38, almost 39. So I'm thinking we go to 4,000 or 4,100. So you're looking at a very small upside for a big downside. And so is it really worth trying to hang around here? So, this is in this head and shoulders type thing too. We kind of cut through the neckline, a little bit of a bear trap, but here's 4,000, here's 4,100. And to me, that's probably the max upside, somewhere in here. But, if these markets just kind of go nowhere, for a while, it'll allow maybe a Zoom or an Uber. I'm long Uber calls. I'm seeing Uber going a little bit better today. So it is possible when the market just kind of goes benign that some of these stocks just catch a bid. So, but it's just, it's like a game of chicken. It's like, how long can you wait for that bid? How much, do you wait in there before it kind of rolls over? So I don't like this at all.
So you can see, 45, it's 1.3 million.
$1.3 million short.
So pop out a profit for 118,000 there.
So you can see how this is going crazy now. You can see how the market's just going nuts.
I bet like $1.6 million on this position. I'm showing right now $23,000 gain.